seems like I'm out here beside the speedway. Man, is that guy going fast. Whee! I wanted to show you these footprints. Look at that. Tracking in the morning. It's 7:20 or something like that. Look at these tracks. These are deer. See how they stuck their toes in? So you can see which way they're headed, right? This has got one foot right behind the other. You can see that the front foot is little and the back foot is big. I think. Now, a female, the front foot is little and the back foot is big. A male, the front foot is big and the back foot is little. If you think in terms of childbirth, the hips on the female are bigger than whereas the shoulders on the male are bigger. Let's see if we can see them on the other side. I do love doing this. It's far better than actually getting exercise. Do 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 do. And let's see. From here, can we tell where he went? Now, where would you go through if you were a deer? See, those lower branches are full. That's kind of crowded. This little spot right here, do you think that's where he went through? There's not room to jump over there. There's sticks in the way. This is open. Hey, look at all the little tiny pine cones that have fallen off. Wow, I didn't even know that pine cones fell from here. Look at that. I've lived here 13 years and I didn't even know that. So I would say, look at all those broken sticks. I would say he goes through here. But he crossed over there. I guess he could have been angled over here. Let's see if we see any tracks on this side. Or landing marks. When he lands, he should make some dents somewhere. Don't you think? Well, I don't know how he'd get through there and out without wrecking everything. Or here. Jeepers, how do they do it? Through here, perhaps? But see, between the top of the fence and that, there's not enough room there. He would have broken them every time. Okay, here's some tracks here. More there. Another one here. Now this is a perfect spot. There's no fence. Look at that. See these dents? Now if you were to do this like Mary, let's see, you could, let's do this one. You move all the leaves until you get down to the soil, and then you can see the imprint in the soil. But this must be where he goes through. See, it's open all the way down. I could go through there, but then walking becomes burdensome. Stay out here on the boring old road. Let's see what else we find. See, now here's his tracks. Okay, so from here, he went down all these tracks, but then he angled over there to go in by the telephone pole. Or that place, I guess, right? But right there is where he went in. So interesting. I hope this fascinates you as much as it fascinates me. Otherwise it must be so boring to watch. Well, I had a nice night's sleep. Did you? Yes, I didn't kneel on the floor to say my prayers. I sat on the bed this morning. How about you? Did you say your prayers? He's watching over you. You have no idea of the angels that are following you around, holding things from going wrong. So anything that goes right, you need to be grateful. Even things that go wrong, you need to be grateful, because the things that go wrong, we can grow from. See, character building. So if you have a rotten, miserable day ahead of you, if you just think of it as, what can I learn from this? Or just laugh. If you think of it as somebody hiding behind the curtain, throwing marbles along in your paths to to make you trip up. Ha ha ha! I'm going to find those marbles. I'm not going to step on them. It's all tests. Life is an emergency. This is not an emergency. This is just a test. Whatever it is, this too will pass. And it came to pass. It never came to stay. Nothing is the same from one day to the next. Everything is different. The weather, unless you live in Dubai, where I imagine the weather's all the same. No, it's raining today. Or, so you have the weather is different, the humidity, the way you feel, the way your body feels, the things that are before you to do. Sometimes there's nothing that you need to do. And then you sort of are a little bit lost, like, oh, what should I do? The fence is missing here. The fence is gone. But there's puddles of ice in there. And it's not so cold today, so I'm not going in there. I love exploring the woods. Look at all the garbage. Oh my goodness, look at this. This is like a congregation of the deer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All these are deer tracks. So now, I would think they went in there. But can we prove it? The proof is in the pudding. Okay, they came in here and they were angled this way, headed that way. Look, you can see how the soil, the grass is messed up. Little dark dots. Yep, they go through that way. And I bet if you go through that way, you might find some antlers. But there aren't going to be much left because those mice get them. Okay, now we're supposed to be having a nice brisk walk. Walk, walk, walk. Now what happens in Arabic countries where you need to be accompanied by a man at all times, if you're a sweet lady? Do you go out for a morning walk? You know, like get up in the morning and go for a walk? Or do you have to wait until it's convenient for a man to come along? There's the teepee. Let's look at her. How's she doing today? The mess is showing up more. Look, it's wet inside. Those are really crooked. I gotta do something to fix all them. It never does look perfect, no matter what I do to it. It still looks like mine. Humph. I never needed this chair this year. This is going to be but it's going to rain for 3 days or 4 days, so I may have a flood here yet. And I will come and sit on the island while the flood washes across the entire meadow. I really like doing that. I liked it so much I put a sign up there last year. It says Pole Island. Isn't that a cool sign? I know I've showed you before. I've showed or I've shown. I showed, I have shown. I've shown you before. Gotta get right. Apply your intelligence to the way you speak. Use the words that describe what you want to say. Oh, maybe not. You know what I was thinking? I have these 2 chairs here at the bridge, and they're really not looking so great. And they don't hold a person up. So what I was thinking, I could pick them up and I could rebuild them with Willow, because part of them is very good. It's just the legs that are not so hot. You see, this leg is a broken leg. He's had a rough life. But in the meantime, I suppose I should climb across this. I should stand them up so they look appropriate. They're getting worse as time goes on. But this is a beautiful structure, you know. Look at those pretty things. This is falling off, but maybe it can be put back on. This is definitely broken. Well, this leg is not broken now. It's come apart on this side over here. You have a mathematical mind where you can see what's wrong with things when you look at them. It's a beautiful structure. Too bad it's a piece of crap. So it needs to have some support. And I am just the person to support it. I support you in your efforts. These chairs. Do you think about the life of these chairs? Let's talk. Good morning, it's Nancy today. Well, welcome to my dreary morning. Did you say your prayers? Very important. Must say your prayers so you know what you're supposed to do today. Because as you pray, tell them what you're going to do. And then just pause. And then you'll feel if there's something that you're forgetting. If there's something more important. Anyway, here we are, going for a walk. They have graded this shoulder. So it is very squishy. Let's see who else has been walking. Yes, indeed, so important. Dull sky today. I think it's supposed to rain for several days. And the stream is up. It's almost level with its banks. Nothing like the Red River. Oh, today is April Fool's Day. Are you aware of that? Of course, you're not going to get this for April Fool's Day because I don't upload today's until I've uploaded yesterday's. And at the moment, I think I'm still on the day before's. So, you won't get this until, what's today? Today is Tuesday. No, today's Wednesday. You'll probably see this on Friday when it's April 3rd instead of April 1st. I have had some fun April 1st jokes. One year, I wrote out an email describing in such complete, fascinating detail when a bear, this is an April Fool's joke, it didn't happen, a bear came up to the house and it clawed the siding and the siding came off, and then it was free to pull on I think it pulled, how did it go? It pulled on the rim of the window, it pulled the window out. That's happened, actually, really, down the road. And then what happened? Oh yes, and then it was just a little claw to get through the particle board, and then it was insulation, and then it was drywall, and he ripped out the 2x4. Bears are very strong. They can do this. They can just walk through your house if they want. And in he came, and he jumped down. It was on the desk, so he must have come through the window. But anyway, he did all this too. He jumped down from the desk, and all the papers and things went on the floor. And he's on all fours, right? Sniffing about on the floor. And he found his way into the kitchen, where I was cooking some meat. And I saw him, of course, and I screamed, and I ran out the door, grabbed the keys as I went, and Willow was just getting home, actually, so he was in the driveway. He just pulled into the driveway, so I didn't need my keys. But anyway, so we sat in the car waiting for the bear to leave. And then once he left, oh, what a mess. Tin cans all over. Bear scat mucking up the room. It stunk. Bears stink very badly. Anyway, then my last line was, I hope your April Fool's Day was better than mine. Isn't that great? I like doing April Fool's Day jokes. I haven't got one for today. Willow has done a few to me. One of them, he came home from work, and this was at a time that he was applying for other jobs. And he said, I got a job offer. Oh? Yes, it's good news and it's bad news. Oh, and this was like 20 years ago or something. He says, Well, they're offering me $80,000. Back then that was a fortune. Still is a lot. Whoa! What's the bad news? It's working for a cigarette company. Oh well. And then I did an April Fool's Day joke to him last year, maybe the year before, and I said, Willem, I've decided I'm going to go to Antarctica. And he said, oh? I said, yes. How are you going to get there? I'm going to drive. We had 2 cars at the time. He said, and how are you going to pay for this? I said, Visa. I was so serious. And he was visibly concerned. April Fools. That was a good one. I love a good April Fool's joke. He's gotten me every time. Every time. My mom, she does April Fool's Day jokes differently. She says, was that a bear? And everybody runs to the window and looks. Then it's April Fool's. So it's sort of a question. Not like a whole built up, blown up lie that you admit to. But just a question. Anyway, let me know what your April Fool's Day joke was, okay? I don't think I'm going to go online too much today because there's supposed to be a virus. The viruses get released on the 1st of April. Yeah. It's cold out here. It's making my hands cold. It's just around freezing. Okay. See you later. Bye. Hello. It's Nancy today. April Fool's Day. It looks like the stream is getting up there. It is just about at the top of its banks. And we have 4 days of rain in the forecast. So, the thaw may come yet. The flood. What did I say? The thaw? I meant the flood. See, now that the snow is almost all gone in the woods. Look at that. Somebody put a beer bottle in my chair. Look at that. Humph. Last year when it flooded, I was able to move some of these logs around. We had 4 or 5 big logs here which have now come up to the other teepee and become the new teepee. There's one in the grass there somewhere. I don't really think I want to go over there because it looks like it's puddles. You can see a puddle there and I can see a puddle there. And once there's puddles, this is very lumpy ground, so I'll just get wet. Looks very close to the chair up there. Would be interesting to go see, but I'm not going to go there. My boots are usually in my teepee, on the floor, on the ground somewhere, but they may have been covered by grass last summer. Somebody just drove by and waved and smiled. I don't know a lot of these people that drive by and smile. Oh, you know what happened yesterday? I went to my son's school and to his band, and I dropped papers off, and these girls were smiling and waving at me, or hi. They all called me Nancy, I believe. Hi, Nancy. It turns out Amy said that they watched Nancy today. Isn't that cute? That's so sweet. Anyway. Yep, here comes the flood right here. It's a little tiny flood. I mean, nothing to get yourself in an uproar about. It's usually wet. You can see the stream Where is the stream? Is that it right there? That's a puddle right there. It's up there. It's looking very close at that point. I should really go see if there's ducks on the pond. But that would really entail getting wet. I'm not into getting wet. See you later. Well, hello. Would you like to see how it's changed outside now? First of all, somebody is shooting something. I don't approve. Secondly, the snow is missing. Oh, look! No, it's not. We still have our snow. Sounds like it's coming from over there. Nice rain, eh? Oh, goodbye. Good morning. I'm going to go show you the flooding stream. It's raining out, so I'm going to put you in the bag with 2 different chores. And away we go. It's dump day. Look at all my grapes. Look at that. Ready to be planted out. This had better get out of the rain. Look it. You can see the stream from here. We went for a walk last night. It was a lovely walk. We had a wonderful time in the rain, in the dark. And we could hear the stream. So of course I had to bring you down here today to see it for yourself. Still have some snow. It's 3 degrees Celsius out here. Oh, I have trash that has blown way down in there. This is my season of picking up what's blown around in the winter. Ooh, look at how high it is. It's going to get higher too. Maybe I have to move my chairs back. We're going to go see our fence. Want to see? This is the fence you helped me build. No, not right here. I have to go further and then you'll see it. Just relax. Don't be in such a hurry. Can you see it? I can start to see it now. Raining on my hat. La, 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 la. Aeroplano. Look at that. Now, isn't that a nice little blind? Look at that. You cannot see the hammock. Well, the hammock's over here. That's why. Well, that's... We keep our eye on the hammock. So I guess we need to put some here. Oh, and I can see the other hammock through there too. So if you're walking along, you could still see it. But if you're driving along, still see that one in there a little bit. The fence is down here. It only comes to there, and then that's open. See, it does shelter it enough that unless you know what you're looking for, You just drive right by, thinking all is well. There's a big gap there. La 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 la. It's a nice little fence, isn't it? My goodness. Guess I can see this center part needs more. But if you're just driving by quickly, you wouldn't notice that. What's that white thing? Oh, that's my other hammock. That's where I put it on the ground where we're going to hang it up later. Okay. All done. You got water in your eyes? Maybe. Maybe not. Singing in the rain. Just singing in the rain. Goes feel again. Sing, 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 sing. Somebody came along and cut those logs off. Thought it might be my friend who ran out of wood. But I guess not. Looks like it's all been thrown back in. So it must be the township people that did that. Well, that's a good piece right there. I don't know what kind of wood it is. Well, it's probably time to turn off the camera. I'm just walking in the rain, getting rained on. It's kind of nice out here. I guess I'll go. Goodbye. This is April the 4th, which traditionally is the day it floods. April the 4th is the first day I got published and paid for it, for writing an article about the flooding stream. There's the hammock I brought on yesterday, ready for being cut and hung. This is Ben's pathway, that's what we call it. So I guess it's going to get higher than this because it's still raining. I don't know how much after it stops raining that it crests. Those are the sticks way over there, the little fence. Hope my chairs don't wash away. I'm getting pretty wet. The snow which is filling this ditch. Soft. Well, not too soft. Crunchy. Well, good morning. It's Nancy today. It's raining out. And I have to show you the stream is flooding. And on this side, see the edges over here. This chair is okay, but it looks like the rest have their feet in the water. The really cool part is Sedge Meadow. That was so completely flooded. Last night we could only see the reflection. The whole thing was water from the reflection. The car drove by and then you could see the other stuff, the grass that was in there. I guess I should show you the stream. Let's go check and see if the canoe is okay or if it's pushing the bridge out of the way. My coat is getting wet. Oh, there's a duck on the water. There's a pair of them. Mallards. Can you see them? Way out at the edge of the pond. They're going downstream now. Oh my gosh, my bridge is just completely underwater. I don't think I've ever seen it that deep. It's not underwater, just the end of it is. Oh, you can see the waterfall. my bucket is a little too close. Well, let's hope it doesn't lift up the bridge. Willem's going to go swimming in here today. Says it'll be a perfect day. It's deep and it's full. I hear the ducks. Okay, I'm going to go back and through and down to the other place to show you Sedge Meadow. My little willow plants with the red, soon to become my willow fence. These are all basketry willow. I used a variety from out west that I have gleaned from Mira's Labyrinth A Walk in Time. Aha! So when we came along here last night, all we could see was the reflection of the sky in the water. See, this is the time to move the logs around that are in the water when they're floatable. This is a normal annual occurrence down here. And you see, Pole Island is indeed an island once again. That chair over there is buried almost up to the top of the chair, or the arms of the chair, I guess. Ray's really motoring along. Well, there you have it. The little streams in flood. This is the upper stream, which goes back to the hill and then around and through to our upper pond. That's a canal the beavers made, which drains the marsh woods. Flag is all wrapped around there. So it's got a bit of a current flowing through here now. Are you wet? You got a bit of a raindrop on your eyes, don't you? Have you in my camera case? Boy, the rain is cold on my hands. These are all bluebird houses. They've never used them. I wonder why. So we see my lovely fence. Willow and I were walking along here trying to figure out where it was. Snow is going. Boy, you know, this is very hard here, but right there it's not hard at all. We have muckwa prints. Quite difficult to see that hammock in there, isn't it? But it is possible. a beautiful Easter Sunday. It's lovely out. It's too cold for me, of course. I had a little dilemma with my grapes. I bought all these grapes and they're inside the counter. Now they're all starting to leaf out. Grapes don't usually leaf out until it's well and truly warm outside. If it's not warm outside, I should not have them in there where they can get too warm. Anyway, didn't call to tell you that. Anyway, this is a wonderful day. It's the most important day of the year. One of the two most important days of the year. I wanted to tell you that trials are okay. We all figure that life should be perfect, and life should be fair, and things should just go along evenly and smoothly. That's not what life is about. Life is not fair. And we get trials so that we can grow. Have different problems, and those problems are specially suited to us. The Lord won't ask us to do more than He knows we can handle. And although you think that you can't handle anything, you can. When I went through a lot of trouble, and when I related that trouble to people later, they said, "Oh my gosh, how did you do it? How could you handle that?" But I did it, and I lived through it. Life passes, and it came to pass. It never came to stay. Everything changes. Thank goodness for change. Sometimes we don't want change because things are going pretty nicely for us. But we always need to remember that you are among 5% of people whose lives are this wealthy lifestyle we live. 95% of the world don't live like this. I don't know what the exact numbers are, but how many, is it billions of people that have to carry their water every day? That don't have clean drinking water? That don't have a roof over their head? There are many, many people out there with things a heck of a lot worse than us. And we think everybody should live like we do. We like that, if everybody should live like we do. And they all have nice, comfortable couches and a nice, cool floor. You know, having a floor, back in the pioneer days, it was a really big deal when you got a floor. Wow, a real floor. You know, in the saying, it's raining cats and dogs, you know where that comes from? Well, back in the olden days in England, well, I don't know if it was just England, but anyway, back in the olden days when they had straw thatched roofs and dirt floors, the bugs would get in the straw, right? It was a nice, wonderful place for a bug to live. So you'd have rats and mice and chipmunks and spiders and ants and all kinds of animals would like that thatch, and so they would live in there. And I was saying about things falling out on your bed at night. But that was a normal thing. Things fell out on your bed. But raining cats and dogs was raining so hard that the cats and dogs would fall through the thatched roof onto your house. That's where it came from. So, us even having a roof that keeps all the weather out is a very modern thing. When you think about how many generations, how many years people have lived on this planet, 2,000, 4,000, let's see, it's 2,000 back to Christ, and then it's 2,000 before that, or whatever. So it was a long time. And people did not always have roofs with lovely hanging chandeliers and inside ceilings. Those are new. We are just a little drop. If you think about, when you go to Europe, and my sister-in-law was canoeing with us. We were going down a canal, and she said, "Oh, this is a new bridge," as we went under this bridge. And she said, "It's only a couple hundred years old." So if that's a new bridge, think of how new it is to have so much stuff. Our pioneer forefathers didn't have this stuff. They had to make this soap, the pioneer homeowners. And being dirt poor meant that you had a dirt floor. You didn't have a floor yet. was a big deal to get a wooden floor. Whoa, man, that's a lot of trees they had to cut down. Then they didn't need to use for firewood or sell, or I don't know what they did with their wood, but to get a real wood floor was a big deal. We are so used to these things. We think it's normal. You know, in the Yucatan, I was down there in Cabo. No, it's not Cabo. It's this little village near Cancun, back in the woods. Anyway, back in the jungle, and the houses were made of sticks, and some of them had little cement walls that went up a couple feet or 3 feet. And then it was sticks up to the thatched roof. And it was, we could think, oh, that's so cool, but really, that's the way they lived because that's what they had. And they didn't have all the other stuff. And you know what they slept in? Hammocks. I like hammocks. That's what they slept in because that kept them away from the tarantulas and the other spiders. Now, do you have to worry about tarantulas in your sleep? Mm-hmm. No matter where you live, you probably don't worry about tarantulas in your sleep. You probably have a bed. Even if it's an awful, lumpy old bed, you have a bed, right? You can put a board under it, makes it better. You can put a whole bunch of comforters on it, makes it better. You can even go to the Salvation Army and get a better bed. It's junk. But a lot of people now have these fancy beds which have cushioned pillow tops and pillow bottoms, and man, it's like sleeping in the lap of luxury, the queen, the princess and the pea. Anyway, but do you have to sleep in a hammock because there's so many spiders around and tarantulas, which, deadly animals you don't want to get bitten by? So we may think that we are hard done by. Oh, poor me, I lost this, and can't afford a second car, or now look what's happening, this is getting repossessed, or we have to downsize, we have to let the bank have our house again, and we have to rent. Or my husband lost his job, and so we're on welfare. It could be worse. It could be a lot worse. If you go online and read about in Pakistan, there's this town that my daughter-in-law and his family comes from. They live in a nice part of town. It's a gated community. But in that rest of that place, there are open sewers, like ditches along the roads. This is real. You hear about it, but it's real. You can go on YouTube and you can look up, or go on Google Earth. You can Google Earth some of these cities in the East, in Asia. And you can zoom down in and there'll be cameras along the road and you can see these things. This is not just what they say, box up your food and send it to China where kids are starving, Oh, eat your food because kids are starving in China. I don't know if they're still starving in China, but things are not the same out there as they are here. When I was going to go to Mexico, I hadn't been there for 30 years and I thought, oh well, it'll probably be just like it is here now. It wasn't. It was like it is there. The whole way the houses are put right alongside the road, and I'm gonna lose my time. I can't see it on my glasses. That is 7. But it's not as bad as you think it is. Are you in a concentration camp? Are you being forced to work as a slave? Things could be worse. Things could be a lot worse. And these things are for your experience. And after they are over, you will be so much stronger. You'll be able to cope with things that you never thought you would cope with. Now, right now, you may have all kinds of mental anguish, but hold on to the Savior. Hold his hand. Just reach out. He's there. He says, be still and know I am God. He hasn't moved. It's us that moved. Reach out. Feel his presence around you. And he will take care of you. He will be there with you. He can hold your hand through it all. This life, if you die, none of this matters. None of it. Oh, come on. If the Lord plucks you out of it, if you walk across the road and get hit by a car, none of this matters. And he said, behold. Well, there. Now we're on our way to go return the camera. I'm going to return the which camera is it? It's the Fuji film something, S2000 or something. It had really sharp stuff, but it was kind of fluid, and its primary purpose was a camera, so its videos were good, but not that good. And you could zoom I think it was 10x optical, 15x digital, or something like that. And I really needed a camera that would be able to focus on things far away. And it just wasn't going to do the far away enough for me stuff. So this other camera is much better. So this one I'm going to keep. I'm so grateful that you guys are going to help me out. You don't have to donate much. If you go to Etsy, I've got on there. So what you could do, if you wanted to just make a donation, I have keychain, overpriced keychain. But if you wanted to just donate, then I won't send you the keychain. So you could specify that in their comments, or just talk to me. I could send you the keychain. I figure it's worth about $5. And then I've got overpriced keychain, $10 overpriced keychain, $15 overpriced keychain, $20 or something like that, so that you could donate that way. I can't do a $2 donation because Etsy takes a bit, and also anyway, by the time Etsy's taken their stuff and I've dealt with it all, your $2 is getting a lot smaller. Actually, your $1 gets a lot smaller. $2 is probably okay, but anyway, so that's the way to donate to help pay for this camera. I'm so grateful that you guys are helping me. I love doing this for you. I just love sharing stuff I know and stuff I'm learning, and just anything. I don't know. I don't particularly know why you'd be interested in watching these, but I'm having fun. So keep it up. I love reading the comments. This is my life now. I make movies all day, and I read comments all afternoon or evening. I love it. I love getting to know you. I just love people. I'm a little social person, not a social butterfly. Or what is it? No, there's social climber and social light. I don't know. Anyway, I just like people. I guess there's maybe a word for that. Extrovert. That's it. I'm extroverted, and I like people. It's been so neat having all my kids home this week. Well, no, I didn't have all my kids home. I only had 2 boys home. And then Abraham was having his party. So he had another, I don't know how many kids it was. He said there was going to be 8, but I don't think there was quite 8. I think there's only 7 lazy boy chairs in the teepee. And I don't think they were all full, because I sat there in one. So that hadn't been full. So neat. This child of mine has been having campfires in the teepee ever since he was old enough to have birthday parties. I'm not sure how long ago we built this teepee. If it was 10 years ago or something. He would have been 5 or 6 10 years ago. But anyway, he's been having campfires. At first, of course, I was in there with them, helping them to get it go and staying with them and all that. But as he's grown, they've been doing it themselves. And it's interesting because yesterday when they were there, I said, now, which one of you was the one that put this hole in the teepee? See, they have these coat hangers that hang on the side of the teepee on the inside for roasting marshmallows. But they, of course, figured out that you could make them red hot and then you could poke them right through the teepee. So they drew pictures with holes and, stuff like that. I laid down the law, of course. But that's a long time ago, right? That's several years ago, since they were little arsonists. What is the word? Where you love to make fires? I don't know. Something a maniac, right? Pyromaniac, that's right. So it's been a long time since they were little pyromaniacs. And now they're just big kids. But it was fun because I could say, who made this? And they said, oh, I did that. Because these kids have all gone to school together since they were little. It's really great to live in one place for a long time. That's very important for your children if any way you can. I mean, I don't know, maybe it's not the best thing, but I think it's been good. Because he's had the same friends all the time, and I'm lucky because he's a good kid and he's got good friends. If it was different, if he was in a bad crowd, well then maybe staying in the same place forever is not the best idea. Anyway, blah blah blah. Would you like to see where we're going? Yep, this is it. That's where we're going. You know, if I had a camera that would zoom, I could have shown you flocks of those little tiny white birds in the wintertime. They land on a field. They stay in a flock. They're called snow buntings, not snowbirds. I always call them snowbirds. Those are people. Snow buntings. Look at that nice supply of firewood. Wow, what a huge heap. It's all been sort of stacked up on the outside. I don't know if it's stacked up all the way through it. Look at that. Boy, he's not using it, is he? He's got all that old wood. A lot of people ran out of wood this year. Look at that neat house. Now, of course, I'm not looking when I'm showing you things. I'm just imagining that you can see them with the camera according to the way I'm pointing the camera. So if you can't see it, I'm sorry. But you don't need to worry because I'm not really looking. This camera has a little button you can push, and so it's a YouTube thing. So what it does is when you push the button, it'll automatically turn off in 10 minutes. Isn't that wonderful? Now does SP take less room than XP? This camera has 3 settings: XP, SP, and LP. And I think LP was the slow, SP was the medium, and XP was the large. My files have been so large. Nice pond down there. My files have been so large that it took me 3 hours this morning to upload one video. I can't do that. They have to be small enough to upload in a half an hour or less. Otherwise, I can't upload stuff. I hope you feel like you're right here in the car with me. Of course, there's a lot of you in the car now. There's 600 and I don't know what the number was, 650 or 645 of you. I remember when it was 300. Look at this beautiful water over here. Not nice. I like beaver ponds. There's more water back there. Anyway, I remember when it was 300 and I thought, oh my gosh, how am I going to ever get to know everybody? And now it's 600. But I think people that subscribe don't necessarily watch, and people that watch don't necessarily subscribe. I watch some things that I never subscribe to because I just never think of subscribing. Like my friends, like you guys. Sometimes I'll go and check out your channels. And those of you who have commented and I've gotten to know pretty well, I'll go to your channels and check out your stuff. Of course, then sometimes you're saying something and referring to me, and I didn't realize that you were talking to me, and then it's a good thing I went and saw the video because I don't have time to see everybody's videos because I'm always outside doing stuff and videoing, and then I have to upload and read your comments. But anyway, so sometimes I do see your videos and get to know you better. I had a point that I forgot what that was. Oh yeah, and I haven't subscribed to all of you. I realized that I hadn't even subscribed to you guys that I watch pretty, check up on regularly, and so then I started subscribing to everybody like that. But I think when people subscribe, sometimes, there's a whole little, let me talk about this in another one. Goodbye. Good morning, it's Nancy today. Well, I've been reading my camera book and learning more about it. I'm feeling more confident. I think that the software that comes with my camera may just fix my uploading problem. I don't know. I've also got it on a slower thing. There's the stream. Isn't that beautiful? So it's nicely back in its bed. It's been too cold to sit outside much. Look at the, there's ice hanging on the chair. It was tipped over by the water when the water flooded. It rained yesterday and now it's doing that. Isn't that beautiful? Wow. It's just the best place in the world, isn't it? And of course, Bill's side. Look at that. There's a tree that fell over. Let me see if I can show it to you. Can you see the roots there? Let's see where the roots are. Here they are. It all came out, roots and all. And it tipped over. And look at the bark of that. Look at the gnarly. Not the bark, it's not bark. It's the way it was. Em used to sit on that when she was little and lived at home. Okay, well now, my plan for the moment. Oh, I suppose you'd like to see a hat. I got this hat the other day. $6. I have to decorate it. Let's see if I can turn this little monitor around. Now, if my screen on this camera, this is the Panasonic blah, blah, blah. If the screen has the littlest amount of dust on it, that's what you see is dust. You see all the spots on everything. Not a very good idea, eh? This is very zoomed up to me. There, that's better, isn't it? Now, I've got it on LP, which is long play. So instead of it running out of battery or running out of room in 3 minutes, I've got 12 minutes. And I hope this is on web record. I had it on web mode. I guess you can't see it from this way. I've turned the thing around. Okay, so it's 8:40 in the morning, and I'm off to take some clothes back to Elida. And she lives down this long lane, which I have to walk down because it's not road passable. So I'm going to, I was thinking, well, I could tie it to the skateboard, and then I could go along with the skateboard as the wheels for the laundry basket. But there's a few problems with that, you know, like the laundry could tip over, fall out in the mud. I don't have a big plastic bag. So I have the wheelchair instead. So I'm going to put it in the wheelchair, and then I'm going to just wheel it in. The wheelchair has these huge wheels, so it should be very simple. I don't know how I'll be able to record while I am pushing a wheelchair, since I'll need 2 hands. We'll cross that bridge when we get there, though. So, now I didn't upload anything yesterday except one video, and the reason for that was Saturday. The reason for that is because the files are like 600 and 700 instead of, you know, it used to be that when I did them with my Kodak, if they were over 170, I'd have to cut them because they would be too long. So, and they would take enough time to upload then. Well, now it's taking half a day to upload. So it says I have this software, so I'm going to install the software into my computer, and then perhaps the uploading will be quick. It's got a YouTube uploading mode. Maybe it compresses the file. If it does that, then I can go back to XP. But at the moment, I can't spend a whole day to upload one video, especially with my kids in the background saying, "Mom, are you uploading? You're slowing down the internet. Can you stop?" They do that all the time. If I stopped every time they said to stop, well, then you guys wouldn't have any videos. So I need to have it small files. So anyway, we'll try out this LP, see how that works, see if that decreases the size, and see what the quality is like. And we'll go from there. Still have all these other ones that have to be uploaded from yesterday, which are too long, especially Abby's birthday party. Those were good images. Okay, well, I will see you later. Bye-bye. Nancy today. You can do this at home. Well, that turned off at some point. I don't know how long ago, but it did. So you just want to drive and see the rain? Let's just see the rain. I'm going to zoom into the distance, and you can be there first. Yes, you can. I wonder how well it'll do in the woods. I think it'll just give you a headache. Ooh, what was that? Did you see that on the side of the road? I think we should go back. I think we should go back and investigate. So now we need a driveway where we can turn around. Now we won't hit this bicyclist. It's not a good idea. He wouldn't like it at all. Wonder what that thing was I saw. It could have been something simple like a sock. It kind of looked like an armadillo or something. Something unusual. Of course, this is Canada and we don't have anything unusual like armadillos. Didn't look like a porcupine. Didn't smell, so it wasn't a skunk. So now we have to go down here and pass it. And then we'll have to turn around again to go back. So we'll be on the right side. There it is. See that something there? Oh, it had a foot. That was a bird foot sticking up. So now all these people are going to pass me, and I have to turn. And I'll turn on the other side. People aren't going to like it if I'm turning on the other side, though, will they? No, this is kind of a busy road. Go. Somebody paved their driveway. Okay. And back we go again. There we are. So let's just take this way. Get into the way of the traffic. I wonder what that white powder is there. It's not sand from the beach. This is not Florida. That is quite the drop off there beside us. Nice taking you along. I'm headed to the store to take back my camera. The Fujifilm S2000. Don't know, I didn't like it that much. None of the movies were really good and steady. There was some good movement. If I stood still, it was perfect. If I stood still, but if I was moving or the subject was moving, okay, here it is. Now with this camera, I can probably see if I can zoom in on it now. I don't even have to get out of the car. That's a grouse. Those are grouse feathers. This is 44X. There's 70X. Beautiful feathers. You can make earrings out of them. Lovely feathers. Wasn't that fun? See you later. Goodbye. Hello. Well, I have some ideas today. Today I have these 4 plants that don't look like they're really enjoying life. These are these squashes. It's my favorite kind of squash. Buttercup. So they've got 3 leaves on them now. Now these are each planted in squares. You see these squares? So I'm going to go outside and get some soil. I'm going to bring these in and I'm going to plant them into the pots. It's been raining out here, so we have some well rained on pots. Good morning. Time to go to the dump. I knew you'd be excited. It's a warm day out. It's 19 degrees at 8:22 in the morning. This is unheard of. This is absolutely warm, 19 Celsius, which is, I don't know, 60s or something. Gotta show you the stream. There it is. Good morning, stream. What's this rain I see coming down? Is that falling off of the car? Look at that, it's starting to rain. Ruin our beautiful day. Oh my gosh. And here it was going to be so perfect. I was going to spin outside. I spent some time yesterday spinning. I went to Ottawa and I walked up a pathway. I was going to go take photos. Oh, look at the sun shower. So that means there's a rainbow. So whenever it's raining when the sun is out, there will be a rainbow in the opposite direction from the sun. Okay, so the sun is over there. So that means there will be a rainbow over here. I'll keep watching for you. Anyway, so I went to Ottawa and I was gonna show you the frogs up there and do videos. I got up there and the fancy dancy camera had no batteries, and this camera, my little camera, which is a sometimes working camera, but which I'm relying on more now. Uh-oh, it's raining harder. Anyway, my other camera was out of room on the card, so there I was. Sorry, I'm trying to get this set up to charge. So I don't see a whatever it is, a rainbow yet. But there will be one, trust me. So whenever you see a sun shower, whenever it's raining and the sun is out, put the sun behind you and there will be a rainbow on that side. Somewhere. It's a lovely day. But the grass coming out really bothers me. I don't know why. I guess it's because I had this great goal that I would get rid of the grass in my garden before it got going this year. And now it's going, and I didn't get rid of it. I did rake a little tiny bit of stuff, but it hardly counts, you know, for having raked the garden. My garden, I meant my perennials. This hat is too small. It doesn't fit down over my head anymore. It used to fit. What's with these hats shrinking like this? Who knows? I guess I should get rid of those raindrops. Raindrops keep falling on my car. Look, it says battery low, but I am prepared. I have new batteries in my pocket. I do. Well, I have batteries that are charged anyway. Newly charged batteries. So nice to have a nice day. What's with this rain, however? There's no clouds up there in the sky. Must be a fluke. I think it's supposed to rain later after it's done being warm. You know how when it gets really warm, then it rains at the end of the day? Unless you live in Dubai, then it just gets hot. I'm sorry for all you that live in Dubai and have to have it just hot. I like cold, actually. But I also like all the greenery now. Look how green that one is. That lawn all nicely mown. It does look beautiful. My lawnmower broke, and I thought, well, I'm not going to replace it. I'm not going to fix the lawnmower because it's cost me $80 every year to fix the lawnmower. And that's a lot of money to have a smooth lawn. If you divide up $80 over the length of time that you have the lawn, let's see, like from the 1st of May until the 1st of October, okay? So, June, July, August, September, October. June, July, August, September. 5 times 30 is 150. So 150 divided by 80 is, so you're paying for 150 days. It's costing you more than 50 cents a day to have that lawnmower to mow your lawn. Now 50 cents a day, do you appreciate it every single day? I figured out once that it cost me 50 cents a day if I bought those geraniums every year. It was costing me $50 for the geraniums, and I figured I was spending about 50 cents a day to appreciate the geraniums. And I don't think I appreciated them every day. You know, I noticed them sometimes and they look nice, but I didn't appreciate them every day. And so, you know, 50 cents a day, well, that was getting up to $1 every time I appreciated the geraniums. You gotta take these things into account. What do you really want? How much is that view worth? Is it worth $1 every time you look at it? Here, let me give you $1. Here, for $1, you can look out this window and look at this stuff. You know, think about it. So what time are we now? 6 minutes, and we are here at the dump. The dump, the dump, the dump. We're taking it to the dump. The dump, the dump, the dump. We're taking it to the dump. Oh, the dump, the dump, the dump. Okay, so I'm going to put stuff in here. Good morning, Earl. Well, that's an interesting thing. Is that a doghouse? Interesting. Looks like somebody ate it up. Frank should have that. Frank has 22 dogs or something. So, pallets. There was a time. This is a good teepee chair, probably. I like this style chair. They're very good. Really nice chairs. I guess everybody's getting rid of their old TVs now that they don't work anymore in this new environment. Oh, look. A mirror. Strange thing. Well, I do. Hello, it's Nancy today. That's me. Okay. Oh, look. Doors. I don't need doors. This, I was thinking, the more I think about this, the more I think how useful this would be as a laundry rack. Do you think that would be useful as a laundry rack? It has this wire on it. Who wants a wire on it? You need a wire on your laundry rack. I have wire cutters. Big old fancy dancy TV. Broken toilet. Other broken toilet. Screens for los windows. And 2 more windows that work. Okay. So we're just gonna go over here and put this mirror in the car. I'm using my old camera. It works sometimes. I think it gives a clearer picture than my new camera. It's very frustrating, all this new camera, old camera stuff. Okay, I cleaned out my car the other day. So my car is in top-notch shape right now. For the moment. Till I go to the dump or something. You can't have my bag. No, sir, I need that bag again. Okay, so the rest is paper. Papier. Well, I guess we're running out of time. Goodbye. Oh no, we have till 11. Hello. These are not all paper, are they? Some of these are plastic. Ah yes, quite a few are plastic indeed. Can't have my bag, no way. These bags cost me $8 for 40 bags. That's highway robbery. So, stick was in the bag and the belt buckle. They go over here. Okay, I went over. It was too long. I'll have to cut it. That takes so much time and trouble. So we're at the dump. Men's stuff. Shoes. Hey, those are SAS. SAS are very good shoes. Is that my size or not? Nope. Well, someone else will have some lovely SAS shoes. Wonder if they'd fit Lisa. We'll take them to Lisa. She always asks me to get shoes for her up here. Okay. Do you have anything great big? Any clothes that are gigantic that you put out today?
Not today.
Okay. Thank you.
If I find any, I will let you know.
Okay, thanks. Goodbye. Hello, it's Nancy today. Well, I've just showed you the waterfall with the other camera. It's over there and it goes down into the upper pond. It also fills the marsh with water, which is what I think it should do. So we can have frogs and all those things that like water. Okay, so now it is time to walk back to the house. these little bits of... Is this balsam fir or hemlock? This is hemlock. Now these, remember watching the porcupine eat the branches? You see, that's what he did with this. They go up in the tree and they eat off all the little branches. So you end up with lots of little branches on the ground. And right next to the trillium, which is going to open soon, in a couple days. Bring the blackflies. And I will vanish. Maybe I'll go to Ottawa every day. Maybe I'll go to Connecticut. You see this? This is how a yellow-bellied sapsucker works. He stands in one place and he makes a whole row of little holes. And then he comes back. Now this is not a yellow-bellied sapsucker. This is probably pileated woodpecker or something else. Anyway, so he makes all these rows and rows of holes. And then he comes back in a few days when the sap has had a chance to come to the surface and it ferments. And then he drinks it. So you have a tipsy yellow-bellied sapsucker out there. I know, sounds dangerous, doesn't it? Don't fly, drink and fly. See, up there on the crown of the hill is the porcupine tree. On the ridge, I guess you would say. This is the 26th, I think, of April. These are part of the lichen. Probably grew in the tree and broke off. Now you notice these always grow so the bottom faces the ground. See this little shelf? I love these. See the bottom. Anyway, they always grow so that the bottom faces the ground. So you can tell that these have all grown since the tree died. Since the tree was on the ground. Most lichen need the tree not to have, or most of these kinds of things, they need to have the tree not to be alive. Whenever it rains, they'll show up. Interesting that this grass is in flower. Pileated woodpeckers make these huge chips. did that piece of styrofoam get way out here in the woods? Uh-oh, it's starting to rain. So cover up the top of the camera. Everything decomposes. No matter what you make, ever since the fall of Adam, the whole planet is in a state of disrepair and decay. And that is exactly what is happening to my wonderful picnic table. Of course, it doesn't help that the tree broke. Here comes the grass. I planted that tree. I hope it lives. What a mess. What a big blooming mess. This path has gone. This path has been replaced by the one that goes to the teepee. Used to be here, but all the kids go to the teepee. Have a big mess to clean up over there now too. And let's see what it looks like here for the potatoes. This is the potato patch. Some of those are empty containers. Willow brought all these over for me yesterday. Oh, look! This tree which I moved is also budding out. So nice that they lived. Uh-oh, can't have these there. That's my strawberry patch. Or maybe the strawberry patch starts here. Yeah, I think a few of those have to move. Tulips are coming up. And the crocuses are even up. I haven't seen them blooming yet because I was gone. Oh, look at some of them have died. And I've missed them. Darn. And I got that glass table at the dump. And look I can put it on this television thing and use the TV as a support for a table. I can work on this table. I'm always in need of more surfaces since I have so many projects. Alright, well that was your walk to the waterfall. Bye.
Hello, it's Nancy today, this afternoon. There's a wonderful thing about blackflies. Well, they swarm you. Excuse me, and you have to run away to get away from them. And so I come in here, and then I shake my head, and they come out of my head. But look, they immediately want to go outside. They don't like it in here. Imagine that. They want to get out. I'm getting bitten. Ouch. See? Oh, where'd he go? There he is. So with every little curse, there is a blessing. See? They want to get outside. They don't want to be here with me any more than I want them to be here with me. Indeed. They don't look very harmful. Boy, but they swarm out there. And they get in your hair. And you think you can get rid of them. If you squish your hair everywhere, you think, oh, I'll kill them all. They'll be gone. But it doesn't really work that way. They're still there. And then you just have bugs in your hair. Oh well. But now I'm inside. You can't get me anymore because they don't like to be inside. So here I am in my lovely teepee with my spinning wheel. Hey, what's this guy doing here? Maybe he wants to get out of the... But he doesn't realize. Maybe I'm in his territory because I'm so close to the window. Yes, indeed. So, I'm spinning. Do you want to see how good my spinning has gotten? Look at this. Look at those little tiny threads. Isn't that amazing? I did that. And I've only spun, 4 or 5 times. These are not twisted enough. I have to get some more twist in here. We're going to do the twist. Do the twist. Oops. Hey, get away from me, blackfly. Where are you trying to get me? Oh, they bug you. You just get in your face and they bug you. Okay. So here we go. Let's see if we can give it some spin. Uh-oh, what's he doing here? Maybe I have to close the windows. Usually you don't have to close the windows. I see a few up there. Usually you don't have to close the windows because they don't want to be inside. As soon as they get inside, they want to go out. As much as I like this chair, I think it takes up too much room. You can't put it back to the wall because the top is too big. Unless I put it on the side that is higher, straighter. Maybe I could put it over here. See, this goes way far back. And I'm wasting all that room in there. I want to bring my loom out here. I want to be able to weave out here in the summer. But I've been trying to close up the top today. I got a sheet of fabric on this side. See, I don't know if you can see it, but right up in the apex up there. So when it rains, it's not going to all come in so badly. What I need is to just have a sheet, take a piece of plastic, and wrap up my loom out here. Just cover it over so that if it rains, it won't get wet. Well, I sure got a big bruise there. Okay, I'm going to spin again. So I don't want to hold on to you anymore, and I don't have my tripod in here. It's out there. Maybe it's in the car. The car's gone. Well, that was a fun day we had today, wasn't it? You liked looking at all those trains, eh? I sure enjoyed showing it to you. Just try and bite me. I'll get you. This is not the sweet, loving Nancy anymore. Hi, it's Nancy today. Lover of all bugs. Not me. Wait. Ta-ta. Hello, it's Nancy today. There are no birds singing in here today because it's just rained and it's going to rain again. The birds are here. Of course, now that I said that, he sang. But nothing like the normal amount of birds. Look at this. Somebody must have taken the bark off of this tree. Thinking that was a pretty cool thing to do, right? But actually it killed the tree. See how that bark going up there broke off. And all that fell down here. It's not a good idea to take bark off of a tree. Yep, I gotta get back to the car before the rain comes. Sounds like it's gonna rain hard, eh?
I hope this camera's gonna do what's right and not go zipping through. See, I got you tucked in here where you can't get wet. Hello, it's Nancy today. Well, I changed cameras. This camera is another Panasonic 70X, which hopefully will have a very good zoom. So we're in the woods now. I found Stony Creek, or Stony Swamp, I guess. And it was raining, but it stopped. Let's see if we can see this squirrel better with this camera than we did with the last one. Yeah, it's better. Okay. Well, it appears that we're going to have rain again. Where did he go? Is he on that rock? There he is. Well, why isn't he clear? Filling up those cheeks, eh? Cracked corn. Okay, I'm starting to rain, so I don't want to be filming in here when it's raining. Bye. Isn't that beautiful? What a beautiful photo. Perfect reflection. And those reflections beautiful. think there's a duck out there. Okay, that tall tree. Between that tall tree and that next tall tree. At the base of that tall tree. What do you think it is? Orange beak, dark head, white body. I think it's a common merganser. Oops. A long neck. Is he stretching his leg out? It's starting to rain out there. I think I see another one too. The other one is okay, there's an area like that. Oh no, those are geese. Okay. It's a flicker, I think. Let me stabilize myself. Hold on. Yep, that's a flicker. Same song as a pileated. Only this one goes forever. See, a pileated would stop now. Or by then. What else have we got happening here? That tree is a bit red. Oh, a grebe. What are they called? Pied-billed grebe? Let's see. I could be wrong. I don't remember this one. Okay, where did he go in? It's a little... He's in the middle of that round. Grebe. I think that's what it is. Pied. Build. Grebe. Sorry, I had to scratch my foot. I wonder the mate is. Did he go around the corner? Seemed to have lost him. I think it's time to walk back. Do you think so? I guess so. Geese. Okay, arms, stay still.